Anyway, everybody, welcome to the Daily Crossing episode number 66. Guys, soon we're going to be a triple-digit level. Great to see you.
Sounds good.
Lorena, great to see you.
How you doing?
How are you feeling? You good?
I'm good. Yes.
Yeah. A little under the weather.
A little bit,
you know what I mean?
I'm alive.
We don't know what to call it. Is that what it's saying? It's like,
What happens when you come from New York?
Man, go to New York and you come back with viruses. We don't know how to describe it anymore. But anyway, I want to start with asking you a question. This whole concept of celebrity endorsements. Like last time, we spoke about the situation with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
Right, saying I'm not endorsing anybody. Doesn't mean anything. Is anybody really moved one way or the other? We just saw officially Ryan Garcia. As you know, I just had a very interesting sequence of things happening prior to the fight, which he ended up doing very well. In both areas. One, he won the fight, and he ended up winning a lot of money, made a lot of money in the whole process. Leading to the fight, though, there was a lot of things where people were questioning his mental balance, except for the fact that later on he came across saying, hey, it was all marketing. I was trying to make sure that everybody was paying attention, do something stupid. But he officially comes out and endorses Donald Trump. His number one argument is that Donald Trump is the only one that has mentioned the name of Jesus Christ by name. There was not necessarily an argument about immigration, economy. It was more of a religious principle. You know what I mean? So, but doesn't mean anything these days.
Yes, 100%.
Celebrity endorsements.
I think celebrity endorsements are probably more important than almost any other thing. Even down to what the political views of each candidate is. I'm more concerned, not me, but most people are more concerned with who else is supporting that person versus what that person represents. So I think it's huge.
So you're saying that most people would really be moved by certain endorsements?
Yes,
certain
100%.
Most, what percentage would you say?
I said this before. I know you didn't agree. I say about 70%.
70%.
Yes,
is a big number.
Yes,
man.
I think 70%. Yes, I think a lot of people are gonna. And when I say not just celebrity endorsements, but I mean they're not paying attention to what the views. So there's 70% of people who's gonna say, "I vote Democrat no matter what." Or I do what my mom does, no matter what.
So they're not celebrity endorsement.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying, but even that, I would say is a good 20-30% of the 70. Yeah, but there's a big percentage of people, they don't care what the views of any candidate is. I'm doing what somebody else is telling me to do.
I agree to a certain extent. I don't know how much endorsement does this kid, how much pull he is going to have, just because whatever it is that you said that you're trying to fool people and you did a phenomenal job. I don't know, it's like I'm not big into fighting. I'm not.
Here's the thing, he's not only big on, he's probably the number one fighter on social media today.
Right now.
Yeah.
It's like a McGregor type of thing?
Yes, exactly. Okay. So it's not just he's a big fighter. No, he's the biggest person who's in sports.
Personality.
Yeah, on social media. So that's where he has a lot of influence. There's millions of kids newly turned 18 voting for the first time where they're watching, paying attention.
So assume that there's a bunch of people, especially a bunch of young people, that are not paying attention to the process, the election process, or politics in general at all. You know what I mean? And for the first time, somebody said something that kind of forces you to say, Donald Trump, what? Who? Based on what?
Yeah.
Right? And so, there is a positive component to at least using some of that celebrity power to get some people to pay attention. I watched the interview. The very next day after he was done with the fight, Patrick had an event taking place in Mar-a-Lago, as a matter of fact. Literally, Ryan volunteered to, hey, I'll show up. I want to give you, kind of like the first interview about the whole process. And Patrick grilled him, you know what I mean, on the PBD podcast that was done there, mostly almost as a reaction to the whole situation with him, and went through a process of, and I would say that he had an explanation about just about everything, you know what I mean, but not 100%. I think that there is a moment where you create that much madness around you that you almost dragged into it, almost by accident or not unwantedly, But he did address this whole issue. I mean, listen, we can go back to people like, I don't know if there was any better self-promoted than Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a guy that knew how to promote a fight, promote himself, promote everybody. Was like Mike Tyson was a guy that did it through fear. You know what I mean? It's like you wanted to see the fight. You knew that the risk was it wasn't going to last more than 90 seconds, but you wanted to see what the hell was going to happen in that intimidation factor. Floyd Mayweather takes it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
And then from the UFC, you have a, Conor McGregor
Yeah.
coming in,
Mhm.
and that guy takes it to a whole different level, right?
Yeah.
And so you absolutely have people that are very good fighters, but they don't know how to sell the fight. And you have some people that are at least decent fighters or very good fighters, and they actually do know how to sell a fight, and that's how you get to see all these mega fights
Correct.
taking place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so financially, he's coming out of this whole situation very
Winning,
well.
yeah.
Again, it's still a lot of adversity about his position, but you're 100% right when you're talking about who is the number one. So it's not Canelo Alvarez. What was the last fight that he lost against? What was it? Javon
Oh, Tank.
David? Yeah, Tank. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So at this point, not even.
Yeah.
I mean, some people will argue that fight ended up doing very well because also Ryan Garcia knew how to sell. So who is the most markable person right there? To the argument of who's the face of boxing, you can pretty much say
This
that those are the individuals the same way that it was undeniable that Mayweather was face of boxing. But when it comes to political endorsements, I think that the only benefit to that is that they will attract people to pay attention to the political process. You know what I mean? To an election year. I think that there's nothing wrong about that. I still don't believe that there is any real power. I know that everybody was saying whoever Taylor Swift decides to endorse is winning the election. I'm like,
That's what happened to Super Bowl.
that's drastic, there, right? Stop it. What did the other team say? We got to lose because
I
she
don't
didn't
know.
endorse
I
us?
don't know. I don't
She's
know.
not dating one
I
of
don't
our
know if they
guys.
sprinkle some
Right?
dust or what.
She's not dating one of our guys. We got to lose. You know what
What
I
I'm
mean?
saying is,
It happened.
halftime came out. Well, after halftime, it was a different game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of, I don't know, a lot of crazy stuff. But I'll go with the idea that there is some power to it.
Yes.
There's some benefit to it. I don't know that anybody is watching saying, you know what, let me see really
Now that
what
Ryan Garcia
Ryan Garcia said it, you know what I mean? I think I got to go with Trump, you know what I mean? Forget about that.
MAGA.
But